Hello and welcome to episode 960 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, April 22nd, 2025. I'm your host, Chris Johnston. With me as always from Canada is Mr. Greg Seward.
Hello.
How's it going there, sir?
Not bad. Happy Easter to all those who celebrate.
Happy Easter. Yeah. I'm wearing my festive shirt because one good res deserves another.
What?
I don't understand.
Wasn't
the
zombie Jesus resurrected?
Oh, res. I get
Hey,
it.
res.
Oh, but Jesus, we really started with a lot of blasphemy.
Why not?
Don't get me started.
It's only going to go downhill from here. All right.
I was having such a good Friday,
Ah,
and then I had a chill weekend,
here comes the hate mail.
and then Sunday rolls around, and it's like, ugh, this guy again.
I was waiting to use that joke all day. I'll have you know, all day.
Is that right?
Anyway,
It was worth it.
Happy Easter to you. Yes. And joining me from the great state of Washington, Mr. Phil Theobald.
That's me.
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Oh, you know.
How's your Easter?
Oh,
You
it's going
you guys
great.
Do Easter?
What's that?
You guys do Easter? You celebrate Easter? You get the candy. You get the Cadbury cream eggs. You get the Kit Kat bunny things. You get the
We had some
pastel
chocolate.
colored M&Ms.
You know what I got? I was
What's
buying
that?
some Easter candy
Yeah.
because if there's one
Get the
thing I love
flamin'-
celebrating.
You get the flaming hot starbursts.
No. Are there such a thing?
I don't think there is yet.
That wouldn't surprise me.
There will be.
That wouldn't surprise me. I bought some peanut butter cups, Reese's peanut butter cups.
That's the good
Yeah.
stuff.
I love me some
That-
Reese's peanut butter cups, the little mini ones. They have the little mini ones for the holidays. So I bought myself a bag of I bought my family a bag of those.
You bought yourself a bag of those.
Ah.
Keep going.
Look. They're
You
out in
gotta
the
get
kitchen.
candy
They're
that-
free for anyone to take.
You gotta get
If-
candy that you
If your
yourself are
family's
gonna
too
eat.
slow to get any, that's their
That's
fault.
not my problem.
Truth.
Did I tell them that they're out there? Nope.
Were
You
they
know,
in plain sight? No.
You gotta, are they in the back of the fridge?
To go a secret compartment in the drawer behind the
Ugh.
cleaning products.
They're in
So
the
no one's
they're in the
gonna go
far
in there
back of the
and-
crisper drawer.
Daddy's soul donut.
Ugh.
Do not touch.
So I bought some of these little mini Reese's pieces, not Reese's pieces, but the Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah.
Took a bite out of it, and there was something else inside. I started feeling there was some crunchy.
Yes.
Like, what is happening in here? Is this like, do they have like chunky? Boy, that look of disgust on Greg's face. Do they have like chunky
Yeah.
peanut butter with like little chunks of peanuts in there or
I
something?
mean, if you leave it long enough, all peanut butter is chunky eventually.
I mean, that's,
Oh.
but are these like a 2023 Easter candy?
I feel like Reese's peanut butter cups last longer than that. But anyway,
I would hope so.
yeah.
I went and looked. It turns out I had inadvertently purchased a novelty holiday variant of the
Yes.
peanut butter cups. They have little peanut butter cups that are filled with peanut butter, of course, or whatever that
Naturally.
approximation of peanut
Yeah,
butter
it's not real peanut butter.
that is inside a Reese's
So
peanut butter cup.
Peanut butter flavored slurry.
Exactly.
Yes.
and also inside were little like sprinkles, like little.
Yeah.
Did they glow in the
And they
dark?
have-
Did,
they
did
have
you use your
big-
black light again?
They
They
don't
have big
glow in the
Reese's
dark.
cups
I use
that are like that too, that have the chunks of
They have like Reese's Pieces in them.
candy in them.
yeah, so these are they're like holiday. I don't know. I guess they're like shaped like little eggs or something.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know. They got there's festive sprinkles inside.
You're not down with festive sprinkles? Is this what you're saying?
I guess so.
Okay.
You know what else I got? While we're on the subject of food, I got a new beverage to try this week.
Oh, yes.
I was at the grocery store, and I know it's we're celebrating Easter, a springtime holiday, but the soda makers are already gearing up for summertime.
Yeah.
Because I picked up, this is the 0 sugar variant of a 7-Up new flavor, Endless Summer.
Wow.
Ooh.
This is Endless Summer flavored, and it is watermelon and strawberry soda.
That's not a bad combination.
Which sounds delicious.
Actually, yeah, that does.
So I
am a big fan of cherry 7-Up. I like cherry.
Oh, cherry 7-Up is great.
It's really good. What kind
of
glass do you have
pour
there,
this.
Phil?
I want to see.
Is this a Yakuza themed pint glass that you have?
No. This is a Homestar Runner themed Melonade glass. So I will try to not drink too much Melonade.
We don't have any glasses that are Yakuza themed yet. Oh wow, look at that.
It's pink.
It's not picking up on Mike the pouring, so we don't have the ASMR of that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a little better. Thank you.
There you go. I don't know if you hear the little carbonation bubbles.
Carbonation, yeah.
Oh, this looks real pretty though.
It does.
A very nice shade of pink. It goes well in my Melonade glass. Let's.
Sure.
Well, it smells like summer.
Sensing.
It actually smells pretty good.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Watermelon and strawberry.
I mean, two great fruits.
Not bad.
Let's see how they go with 7-Up.
Yes. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh, that's refreshing. That's quite good.
Okay.
Oh boy. Yeah. No, watermelon and strawberry 7-Up. That's a good one. That's good.
For you.
Okay. I'm glad I bought a case of that. So
did you buy a whole case of that?
I did. Well, because it's
how many cans in a case?
You got a can.
12?
12. You had a dozen.
Okay.
I think. I'm assuming.
Yes.
They also had at the store. They had the bottles. 20 ounce. Is that what the bottles are? I don't know. They had the bottles, but they only had the regular variant. They did not have these 0 sugar bottles. They were out.
Oh, all right.
So it was.
There you go.
Do I go with the calories or do I go with a case and hope it's good? And I was like, you know what? This sounds like a
single can and just buying a whole case if you're not sure of it.
But they don't sell single cans. What are you rolling your eyes at me for? They don't sell. They sell them in the bottom. Do they sell individual cans at the grocery store in Canada?
Of some things, yeah.
Well, not of
some things.
I can't open up a case and just go up to the register and say 1 can.
Clearly,
please.
you haven't shopped enough. I have to go buy distilled water for my CPAP. And constantly I see that people have just broken into the cases of that stuff and just taken 2 or 3. I like to think they pay for them somehow. I don't know.
I don't think that's all strictly legal.
Your distilled water doesn't come in bags up there?
No, it's not milk.
Have you just tried using milk in your CPAP? It might be
gross. Put milk in your CPAP.
That's so gross.
That'll probably give you a good night's sleep.
Oh.
just a fine mist of warmed milk sprayed on your face the whole night. Come on.
What is wrong with you?
Why not?
I just use vodka in mine.
Why not?
It helps put me to sleep.
Clear liquid.
Yeah.
I see. Alrighty. Well,
what's going on?
I don't know.
Gear up for an endless summer though with 7-Up.
So you guys don't do like you do candy? Nothing at the Stewart household, though?
We normally do, but this year they were with my wife, so I just kind of took the break.
All right. Yeah, we did.
My ex-wife. Did I say my wife? My ex-wife. They were with what's her name?
We did an Easter egg hunt here. Charlotte did, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun planning it, and a lot of fun watching her run it. So put little hints where things are, right, in the egg. So she has to open the egg and read the hint, then go to the next place.
You go all out.
I go all out. And then, of course, I have her go upstairs and downstairs, just rotate between. So she gets her nice Easter workout before eating all that candy. So
close those rings.
Got to close those rings.
Just like the Lord did.
Just like. Anyway.
Yeah.
Should we talk about some video game news here? Because Switch pre-orders are back on, folks.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
We're back.
April 24th is the day for both the US and Canada. Pricing on the main Switch console remains the same. Accessory prices, however, go up by about $5 or $10 depending on what accessory you're talking about. So, yeah.
Have they said that's the same in Canada?
The Canadian pricing, it's the same sort of deal. The accessory prices are going up too.
So weird that Canada gets screwed over again.
Yeah.
They're not our tariffs. What the hell?
Yeah, but they probably all go through the US to get to
How is
Canada.
that not Canada being screwed over?
You're absolutely correct.
Thank you.
Absolutely correct. But also, you don't want to have a re-importing problem where people from America go up to Canada and buy all your sweet Switch.
Do whatever the hell they want. I don't care.
Yeah. So April 24th is the day Target, Walmart, Best Buy have announced their timing on when they're going to open pre-orders. So that all is happening. Amiibos. So Amiibos are going on sale the same day as the Switch 2 as well. There's Street Fighter 6 Amiibo and Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom Amiibo that are going up. Those prices have also been raised like $10 by $5 or $10 depending on which.
I thought I saw the Street Fighter ones were like 40
for an Amiibo.
Yeah, they were 29.
Why were they 29?
Now they're going up again. They're large. They're large Amiibo. They're larger than the previous.
Define large Amiibo.
You can see it on. There's a Treehouse stream where they
are they as big as the Detective Pikachu Amiibo that came out?
Yeah, they're like that. They're
because that was a big Amiibo.
Yeah,
it's been so long since I bought an Amiibo. I don't even know what they're worth anymore.
$40, probably not much. I bought the last Tears of the Kingdom Amiibo. I'll buy the Tears of the Kingdom, the 3 or 4 new ones that are coming out, but they're like $20 now instead of 15. Something like that. But so we got our pre-order date and prices are going up. So good news with some bad news on that front. But hey, Nintendo has started promoting the Switch 2, and as part of it, they're doing a commercial campaign with Paul Rudd, reprising his role as a
teenager
in a duster with an emo haircut, playing with superpower. They're resurrecting that old Super Nintendo commercials. There was one of Paul Rudd's first thing. Now it's just Paul Rudd doing the same kind of thing for the Switch 2. Kind of funny.
I thought it was hilarious, actually.
I don't know if you've seen it. I logged into YouTube yesterday and saw the Super Nintendo, as I was scrolling through on my phone, I saw the Super Nintendo commercial uploaded by Nintendo of America, and I was like, what?
Which I don't think enough people are talking about.
Happening?
I don't think enough people were talking about. He's playing in a drive-in in that commercial.
Yeah.
Like a drive-in theater. which is
a drive-in theater.
Fantastic.
Yeah, drive-ins exist still, right?
Yeah, but they aren't as common.
They're not as common.
Do they though?
Yeah, they do. I mean, we have one nearby.
Really?
It's open seasonally. It opens next month. Actually, looking forward to seeing what they're going to be showing.
When was the last time you attended that drive-in theater?
Well, a couple of years ago.
Oh, what'd you say?
Oh my god, I don't even remember. Some kids movie. It was probably, you know what? It was probably it's almost always a double feature. I'm sure one of them were oh my god, what are the little characters from
the Emoji Movie?
The Cool Me? The Minions. I'm sure one of them was a Minions movie.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. But I mean, it's, the movies are secondary. You just go to have the experience and buy some snacks and sit and hang out in the car, and
true.
I enjoy it.
It's been a long time since I was at a drive-in.
The seat back. Yeah, same here. The last movie I saw at a drive-in was Tin Cup.
Wow. That was a while ago. That was the 90s, wasn't it?
Mid-90s.
That's Kevin Costner and what was her name?
The Rene Russo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Was it?
So it's been a little while.
CJ?
Yeah.
Was it the drive-in theater that was like in Aurora?
No, it was in Iowa. It was in Des Moines.
Oh. Well, all right then.
School for a year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The last time I was at a drive-in was at the Aurora, Illinois drive-in theater, which may or may not still be there.
Illinois.
And it was supposed to be a quadruple feature. It was going to be like a Dusk Till Dawn, like it was an all-night marathon.
Were they going to play Dusk Till Dawn?
That was going to be the final one, yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yep.
That's a fun movie.
And it got rained out.
You're in your cars.
Well, I mean, a lot of people were there in pickups and stuff.
Well, that's their problem.
It impacts your movie-going experience to have rain noise.
Yeah,
you have to have the wipers going to see the screen. I mean, come on.
And the whole lot was,
mud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a genuinely very bad storm. So it was probably very prudent of them to cancel it. But yeah, what did we got through? It was such a random mishmash of movies too. It was I think Dr. No, the Bond movie.
Weird. Okay.
Bye Bye Birdie, the Anne Margaret musical.
So, Whiplash already.
I was gonna say. And this ended with Dusk Till Dawn?
Saturday Night Fever.
Okay.
And then From Dusk Till Dawn was going to be the final one, but
so they just had whatever movies they had.
Basically, yes. Yeah.
This was pre, just load up some streaming service and show a movie.
What old reels do we have?
Right.
Back in the shed gathering dust.
Yeah.
But hey, I gotta hear Paul Lynde sing for a bit, so
yeah. Speaking of gathering dust, dust is getting kicked up here in Mario Kart World.
What the word? That was terrible.
Was that a good segue?
Oh, hey,
not at all.
CJ and I had set that up. CJ was gonna. The only reason he brought up that Paul Rudd thing was so that you would bring up the drive-in.
Yeah. And so then we could talk about Mario Kart.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
So tell us about Mario Kart.
We got a Mario Kart Direct. This is the Direct. Nintendo said, well, wait, hold on. $80 game price. Hold on. We haven't told you everything about Mario Kart World yet. Wait for the Direct.
You had to ruin it by saying that this is supposed to justify the game price.
I know.
I was excited about. I was going to be really positive about this until you said that, and now it's like, okay.
Well, I mean, the Nintendo kind of teed it up that way, so I looked.
I know, but I'd forgotten about it. Okay, so
let's see how this all goes. So we got more details. Mostly, though, it was just kind of expanding on things that they'd already shown. Either in the previous Nintendo Switch 2 Direct or in the Treehouse Live segments. There were a couple new bits though here, including the free roam mode, which is going to have P switches with quote unquote hundreds of missions and challenges for you to complete. So that's kind of cool. There's a rewind button that you can use in free roam or in single player, where very much, well, kind of like Forza Motorsport, but except the rest of the race still goes on. So you risk losing your place.
So can you not use that in multiplayer? Because I thought the whole reason that the rest of the world, that's too bad. Because I was actually pretty excited. I thought that was really smart when they showed it. It was like, oh, like the rewind only affects you and nobody else. That's because, you know, I mean, again, Forza and other games have had rewind forever now, but you know, it was never a thing you got in multiplayer because you can't back everyone else's race up. So it's like, oh wait, let's just make it that it's only you that gets backed up. But I guess that's too bad. I thought that was going to be part of the multiplayer experience.
Nope. No. Oh, well. While they were showing it, they had a little disclaimer at the bottom that said it's only in single player. So
it's too bad.
Yeah.
Still cool though. I like the idea.
Still a very cool idea, yeah. And there are costumes to collect around the open world as well, different coins to pick up. So there's like a lot of stuff happening in the open world. And one of the things they kind of showed was that while free roaming, you can, you know, check in, like if you're exploring a track, you might find like a different route to take that you didn't know was there, and you can use rewind if you happen to like miss a jump or something. So that was cool. I liked that. The character costumes look cool. I like that. Being able to collect a whole bunch of different ones. Oh, they showed new characters. So Goomba, Spike, and Cow from Moo Moo Meadows is in there. I don't know if you saw the Sidestepper from Mario Brothers. From Mario Brothers is finally
like original Mario Brothers.
Finally,
original Mario Brothers. Yeah,
thank goodness.
Everybody wanted them as a racer. I might end up maining Sidestepper.
Sidestepper.
Sidestepper. Yeah, and one thing I thought was cool. I think it was during the multiplayer. They had orchestrated music. Like a big band version of the Super Mario Brothers 2 character select screen going.
Oh, really?
And I was like, oh, like they're going to have SMB2 music in here. Okay, so where's Wart? And where are some other things from Super Mario Brothers 2?
I hope the orchestrated version of that is still just like a 10-second loop.
No, it was very jazzy and very cool.
There it is.
That's the whole loop. It sounded exactly like that, Phil.
Just like me going.
Yeah, so I wonder if that's like if that's chorus music, or are they gonna like allow you to do some kind of radio function in game while you're doing free roam? You can pop on different Mario tunes that are just.
So you going on record right now to say that Wart is a hidden character?
No,
you're not going to predict. You're not going to predict that.
I was really waiting for, but
well, if he's a hidden character, they won't show him.
I don't think it. Well, I hope he's a hidden character.
Listen, it sounds like we're going to get a stupid amount of collectibles in the open world. They got to be worth something. They got to go towards something.
That's
if
true.
It's not unlockable characters, it's going to be pretty sad.
Well, yeah. We'll see. Fingers crossed, but yeah. No justice for Wart yet. But hey, the game still continues to look great. I'm still very excited about it. This Direct.
Are you going to get this one, CJ?
Didn't change anything about my plans.
When it comes down to
not a yes.
To purchase Mario Kart World. Yes, of course.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I wasn't sure.
Going to get it. And yeah, excited about it. Mario Kart World. It's going to be good.
I knew it looks really good.
I didn't need to. I didn't need to see anything else about the game. I was already sold on it.
Well, that's just it. The basic gameplay looked good. I mean, I'm still not happy about the new price, but I also think that trying to say, well, we justify it because this game is amazing, is like, yeah, whatever. But it's still Mario Kart. It still looks good. I think that I think some of the new items look interesting. I like the hammers look really, really neat. That's a cool idea. How they kind of live sort of embedded in the track for a couple seconds so that they're obstacles as well. And
not long enough for you to actually hit them with your own cart, though, it looks like.
Well, we'll see.
Because
we'll see what we can accomplish. But
if anybody's going to hit them, it's going to be me.
It's going to be you. Yeah. there's a reason CJ's nickname was Escape Bonus back when we played Burnout together, and it wasn't because he always got the escape bonus. It's because following him was always a good way to ensure that you would get an extra bonus. But no, and like the gold coin, that's interesting. It looks like there's some interesting new items, so that's cool.
Yeah, totally.
The day-night cycle's cool. The different weather effects, the tracks look good. The characters look good. Thank God we have a Mario Brothers character finally. Sidestepper, justice for Sidestepper.
We've always had a Mario Brothers character,
but anyway,
technically,
the open world stuff. The open world stuff with the whole like coins and things to collect. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I
hope they're worth something cool.
If there's hundreds of missions, I hope they are varied enough, and
I don't think they're going to
be enough to want to actually do. And the other thing is, I remember Burnout Paradise. Remember, you could do different challenges around the map, but you couldn't retry them. Do you remember that? Like,
if you failed one, Burnout Paradise. Remember that?
They had to patch in the ability to quickly retry a challenge that you failed.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
I'm wondering here, okay, like I hit the P switch, do the thing, and fail it, because I will. How easy is it to retry that challenge? Do I have to drive back to the P switch and hit it again? Or can I just quickly redo it? Or can I hit the rewind button and do it that way?
I would be surprised if you can rewind yourself in challenges. That feels like something that Nintendo's not going to do, but
it doesn't seem
it's just likely. What I'm getting at in general, though, same with the outfits look cool, but there's definitely a very collectathon feeling going on here that I've never been a huge fan of that sort of thing, but cool, looks good.
I hope it'll be done in a good way, though.
I think it's going to be done in a hey, here's 100 things you need to find way. I think that's really what it's going to be.
Maybe.
And it won't matter because that's all it needs to be.
Let's talk about the charge jump. Now you can actually just jump by charging it up, and you can jump on rails and things. That's like the main mechanic there. Before you could do a little hop to go into your drift before, but this is actually it looks like
you're getting going old school. I don't even think you could do that in Mario Kart 8. You didn't hop. You just drifted.
You didn't hop?
I don't
just drifted.
So.
Okay.
Like back in Mario Kart on
maybe not
Super Nintendo, you hopped.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now you can charge it up and do a little hop and get grinding on rails and on the walls and things. So yeah.
I mean, that clearly seems to be the gameplay hook here, right? Is finding different ways around a track by hopping and grinding and it looks good.
Yeah, and we got battle modes. Coin.
Will you guys play that?
Coin chase and balloon. I never was really a big battle mode person.
No, me
to be honest.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
I enjoyed the racing bits more than the coin or balloon battles, but there are people who really love that, and I'm happy for them that they get a little love. Mario Kart World. Yeah. Anyway, so that was Mario Kart Direct.
I'll get that game.
Me too. I am planning on getting that game, whether it'll be the pack-in version or not. I'm not sure. Oh, Greg went away.
Yeah, well, he doesn't like talking about racing games.
Apparently not.
Famously. He's done with it.
Famously, he's done with it.
Charge and check. I'm just looking at the list of all the character names in the results screen.
Yes. Well, you can also use the little Kamek power up, and it turns. Well, showed a clip of Kamek turning all the racers around you into charge and chucks.
Oh,
that was kind of fun. Anyway, yeah, that's the Mario Kart Direct.
All right.
So I think we are on to what you've been playing, and we're going to start off with Mr. Greg Seward.
That's me.
Yep,
that is you.
Last week I said I was playing a few different things, but I've actually decided to put other games aside because I really want to finish Silent Hill 2. Because we're getting into the time of year where new games that I want to play are coming out. And I'm definitely in danger of having way too many games on the go at one time, and I'll just never finish any of them that way. I'm like 18 hours into Silent Hill 2. I know I'm getting near the end of the game, so I just kind of want to focus on that and get through it. So the most recent section that did either of you play through Silent Hill 2?
No.
Nope.
Okay. So
too
the most
spooky for me.
And I do not blame you. The most recent section that I just got through is the prison. People who've played Silent Hill 2 will know what I'm talking about. So in this prison stage, they introduced another new enemy. So like in Silent Hill 2, and I don't know if this is the same for all Silent Hills. I don't have a lot of experience with this franchise, but at the very beginning you get it's like a transistor radio that you find that will emit bursts of static. And that tells you there are enemies nearby. If the radio starts to emit static, there's an enemy nearby. It's pretty straightforward at the start. There's a couple different enemy types. There's like these kinds that crawl around on the ground, and there's other ones that are just sort of walking around. And then you get like the weird, the sort of the creepy nurse monsters that are sort of the Silent Hill monsters that we've all seen pictures of and stuff like that. And they're usually easy to find because they're just sort of wandering around and doing their thing, and they're making a little bit of noise, and there's these static bursts that let you know that they're nearby and that sort of thing. But then they started introducing there's one type of monster in particular that they introduced early on that generally you'll see in the distance. You'll see it run across a doorway or something, and while they're moving you hear the static, but then they stop and they hide. And when they're hiding, you don't get any of the static bursts. You get little tiny snippets every now and then, but like it's not this sustained, there's an enemy close by sound effect. And then you can walk right up onto them, and like because of the color palette and the dark lighting, you can be right on top of them before you see them because they're completely motionless. So that's fun. Those things have been messing with me the most. But anyway, in this prison stage, somehow the game has gotten darker. I don't know how. So you have very little visibility through this prison, and they've added these new monsters that are basically spiders. They're still like these big multi-limbed humanoid zombie things, but they're spiders, and they like scuttle around on the floor and on the ceiling and on the walls. And they constantly make noise, like they scream, and you can constantly hear them running around. So it's freaky enough on its own. So it was in this stage, in this prison area, which is like multi-stories high. So when you look up, you can't see anything because your flashlight's just shining off like into the murk. Like you can't see the ceiling because it's 2 or 3 stories up, but you can see some of the walls, and you can hear them. They're everywhere. And it keyed me up so much. I was screaming at my television, like yelling, like, "Where are you?" at the TV. And at one point, so this prison and these different floors, there will be like switches on the walls that, they're like the big classic style, like you just pull this big handle down and the hallway will light up, but only for an instant. And then you hear this clock ticking down, and the switch will reset itself and everything goes dark. So I was running around and I was hearing all this noise. I couldn't see them anywhere. They weren't attacking me. I just knew they were there. So I was freaking out. And at one point I was in a corner and I could hear them. And I pulled this lever. It was a perfect horror game moment. I pulled this lever down and I looked up, and there were like 5 of them right over me. And they all just scurried away. And I freaked out. I was like firing at, I used a lot of my ammo trying to fire at them. But yeah, that section of the game is the most uncomfortable I've ever been playing a video game. Like to the point that I had to keep turning it off. Like, I play for like a half an hour. Like, I can't take any more of this right now. My nerves are just so shot playing this game. That yeah. So that's kind of how Silent Hill's going. But I did finish that section, and I'm on to like the labyrinth, which I believe is like the penultimate area in the game. Also very freaky, but I'm actually less freaked out in this section than I was in the prison. I really want to finish the game, but it's getting hard to play it for long sittings because again, my anxiety and my nerves are just through the roof.
Yeah,
while I'm playing it. It's very good at what it does, no question. But yeah, so that's really all I've been focusing on until I finish it. I think that's all I'm going to be playing.
I see. All right. Phil?
Yes?
Why don't you tell us about what you've been playing?
Oh, golly. Well, I did pick up this week. And I played a little bit of it. I haven't really gone completely nuts with it yet. I mean, I've gone completely nuts with it in terms of purchasing, but not so much playing. The Lunar Remastered Collection is out. And let me tell you, I love me some Lunar. Loved it on Sega CD. Loved it on the PlayStation. But I'm so glad that it is available on modern systems. I may have purchased multiple copies for various systems because I love me some Lunar.
Okay.
Because I need as much Lunar in my life as possible. And does that mean buying physical copies of Xbox and Switch and PS4? I suppose it does. Did I buy it on Steam? I may have bought it on Steam.
You did buy it on Steam.
Oh, absolutely. I bought it on Steam.
As did I.
Did I buy a digital copy on my PlayStation as well? Yeah.
And a physical copy?
Yeah. Shut up.
I would love to hear the reasoning behind that, but okay.
Because, well, you know what? I want to keep them sealed. I'm keeping them sealed.
You're keeping them sealed.
Keeping my physical copies sealed.
Got to have that collector value.
They are collectible.
I suppose.
This is me trying to get Lunar 3 made.
That's never happening.
I know it's not, but you know what?
It could happen. It could.
No, it can't.
Yeah, but Studio Alex is long gone. I mean,
yeah, there ain't no Studio Alex.
If there is a Lunar 3, it won't be Studio Alex that makes it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody owns those rights and will.
Yeah, well, somebody ain't else. Studio Alex.
Well, that's true.
But no, this is absolutely just me being a big nerd for Lunar and getting as much of it as possible. My Xbox and Switch versions arrived. I was able to, because here in the US, the physical copies of Lunar Remastered are Amazon exclusives.
Yeah.
And probably means I can't buy them.
I don't know if they're actually, I think there might be an online retailer. One of those like Canadian video game retailers whose names I'm not remembering at the moment. But I think there is an authorized seller in Canada if you want a physical copy. But the physical copies went up in the middle of the night on Amazon US. And as I am a bit of a night owl, I was awake when they went up. I saw Wario post into the blue sky. And so I was able to quickly get in and get my copies ordered. The Switch and Xbox versions were set for same day delivery. So boom, I got them like right away.
Good.
Yeah. My PS4 version should hopefully be here. It's shipped. Should be here tomorrow. So
cool.
But I was also like, but I kind of want to play with it now. So I got the digital copy, which you can just download. You can just download those. You don't gotta You have to worry about those selling out. Which, of course, all the physical copies on Amazon sold out already. Although apparently the publisher, Gung Ho, they have apparently said on multiple occasions, limited. This is not limited, right? Their initial batch is probably sold out, but they are going to be making more of them. So people are already trying to scalp this on the eBay.
Jesus. For over $100.
Yeah, don't fall into that. Don't pay scalper prices.
It's not limited.
Nope.
Yeah.
You know, you really, really want to play it now, get the digital copy, but otherwise, hold off.
So how far did you play into this?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Just a smidge. Because I have other games I'm working on at the moment. Yeah. And I don't want to get sidetracked by an RPG that I love and know that I would get sucked into. So I loaded up.
There's so many games coming out.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
I know.
Yeah. We're into a season right now.
I loaded up Lunar 1. Did the very, opening bits of the game where you talk to Luna and you meet up with Ramus and you head into the cave. Right.
I ended up completing the cave.
Oh, did you?
Bit. Yeah. Where you get the dragon ring and then you get the dragon diamond made of his
thought.
And
yeah, see, I didn't go through that. I didn't finish the cave. I popped in there for a bit, fought a few monsters, and was like, okay, I gotta stop.
Yeah.
Because that game.
And it's really good. It's really fun game.
It's lovely.
Being able to change the battle speed is real nice.
Yeah, because it's slow.
Really? Slow. So that's one of the things you can do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Fast, which is nice.
It doesn't
you can also do auto battle, which I do on some fights, but other fights where you want your party to prioritize one particular powerful target who can kill you in one hit, then you go manual. But otherwise,
but you could.
Auto battle is a thing that was already there, I believe.
Yeah, was. Oh yeah, auto battle was not. That's not.
Auto battle was on the Sega CD games.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just called AI.
Yeah.
Oh. And then in Lunar 2 on Sega CD, you could actually set, I guess you'd call them macros. Like you could actually set different sets of commands that you could do auto battle with. It's like if you just want everyone to attack, you can set it so that everyone can attack.
You can do that here. Maybe this is from the original game. Then you can say like, "Don't use magic," or
probably.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it is. I don't know for sure, but I it probably.
And
is.
You can save anywhere. Was that a thing?
Yep, that was always a thing.
Okay,
that was the reason why Working Designs added that stupid magic point system in Lunar 2 on the Sega CD, so that people wouldn't spam it.
I was actually a little.
People enjoy their games too much.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right.
I was a little bummed because it doesn't look like they have any of those like, oh, we've doubled the experience you earn. There's no options.
Doesn't have any of that.
But they also rolled back to the original difficulty, I believe.
That is true. Like, yeah, all the stupid stuff the Working Designs did to make the game more difficult, they undid, which is great. And honestly, nice. I was hoping to just kind of cheat my way through this because I already played through these games like twice.
I think that there's a major case to be made for that.
Yeah.
I think that is how. I mean, obviously, there's probably more work involved in doing that, but that's how all RPG remasters should be.
Yeah, I mean, like the Final Fantasy remasters have that, right?
Right. Yes, and it makes them so playable. And so did the Phantasy Star. I mean, the Phantasy Star, the M2, the version that Phantasy Star that
Sega
they did for the Sega Ages, and then also in whatever collection it was in, Phantasy Star 2, they had the same thing.
Yeah,
they had the patched version. So and exactly like you said, I mean, for somebody like us who played those games, you just kind of want to experience them again.
Yep,
it's nice to be able to just jam through it.
Yeah,
you already did your time spent.
Absolutely,
right. But if you want, if you're a purist, and I totally get that. If you're very much like I want to play this from the with the developer's original vision, you should absolutely be able to do that.
Of course.
So it's the best of both worlds. It's fantastic.
Let me cheat.
But yeah, I mean, the
graphics look great in widescreen, and the outdoor areas that have the little fog effect, like the little tilt shift effect on it, looks great too.
Yeah, I'll have to get this.
If you've not played the Lunar games before, which can't blame you. You know, they're old.
Yeah. Very old school RPG series.
It is just
they're old and they're pretty obscure. They were pretty obscure.
Yeah, well, that's just
right.
They
weren't at the same levels like a Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest
but they are so fun and so charming and just the purest kind of old school RPG. You know, it just you know,
charming is the perfect word.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those games.
Just the music, the artwork, the characters. They're lighthearted and funny.
Yep.
And
very 90s anime style too.
Yeah.
Well, it is.
It's a very attractive style. To be honest,
it is a very attractive style.
Whatever. I'm not an anime aficionado by any means, but whatever style that in that time frame it captures, it's just perfect. I love it.
Toshiyuki Kubuka is the character designer. He also did the character design for Giant Robo.
Oh, right on.
I
remember Giant Robo.
Yes, that was a 90s anime series. That was a really good anime series, actually. But yeah, and if you look at Giant Robo's character designs, and it just looks like Lunar characters, or vice versa. So yeah, it's definitely got that kind of 90s anime vibe, and just
when I was actually watching anime was in the 90s. Like that was when I was the most into it. So I'm curious. So I know that I think the printed script is pretty much the working design script.
Right.
Yep.
But how's the voice acting?
It's good.
Seemed fine.
Yeah.
Seemed fine.
And the redone songs also good.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah. I know some people have complained because the voices are different, but look, I'm going to be honest.
They actually seem really good.
I went back and watched.
That's great news.
I watched some footage of the old games, and for the time, the voice acting was great, but also at the time we were getting stuff like Last Alert,
for
Resident Evil graphics, you know. Yeah, we were getting Resident Evil.
I think it's important because, and trust me, I love to shit on working designs,
right?
Because in hindsight, they did a lot of things I don't like, and I think Victor Island is not a very likable person, but I think that it's working designs legacy is something that if you weren't there to experience it in context, it doesn't seem as important as it was,
right?
Because
at the time it was hugely important.
Yes, they were setting standards.
Absolutely.
That other companies like Atlas is a great example, kind of picked up and ran with.
Yep.
But working designs was at the tip of the spear, so you got it. You know, even as someone who, in hindsight, doesn't love that company, I always give them credit.
Yeah. You can't deny.
Yeah.
That so much of what we have today is because of them taking those steps and taking those chances that
they blazed that trail.
Absolutely.
These are things that people wanted over here in the US and Canada.
That's just it. They were proving that people wanted this stuff, and that it was worth putting a little bit of money into as far as like the production quality and that sort of thing. So
But the UI is a little tricky to navigate in the games.
It is. They remastered the graphics, but not the UI so much. It's
the UI
Sega CD UI plastered over nice looking graphics.
It's not
clearly made for the interface is like a 4:3 image. You can tell like they're not using the whole screen space for
the
UI.
I do wish though,
and
especially
equipping and unequipping items is kind of a drag.
Oh yeah, it's a hassle,
and it always was in those games.
Yeah.
I still have to say I do wish that they had included the Sega CD games.
Yeah, I do too.
If for no other, I mean, the main reason being, especially the differences between the Silver Star and Silver Star Story, they're pretty massive.
Yeah,
gameplay is a lot differently between the two versions. The story is pretty different. Well, the story is majorly different, actually. There's one major thing that I'm not going to call out because there are people who are probably experiencing these games for the first time right now.
Right.
But there's one major story change in the first act.
Yeah.
That it really changes everything.
I forget what this is. You'll have to tell me later.
Yeah. When I remind you, you'll
okay.
remember that. Yeah. You know what it is, but
okay.
I'm just trying to be cryptic because I don't want to
right
spoil anything for anybody else. But yeah, so it is a shame that those aren't there. I will say though, if you are someone who's never played these before and you do buy these remasters and you enjoy them, highly recommend just go emulate the original game on Sega CD. It's only like a 15-hour game anyway. Like it's a really quick play for everything that I'm bitching about with working designs. The first Lunar is actually a really easy play.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend, if you enjoy these versions, go play the original Sega CD game, the first one. The second one, it's a little bit iffy, and the changes aren't as great, right? Like the Sega CD Lunar 2 and the updated Lunar 2 are much more similar to one another than Silver Star and Silver Star Story. But I really recommend experiencing Silver Star if you liked Silver Star Story.
Yeah. Oh, they're fun games though.
I love them.
Oh yeah,
some of my favorites.
I will be getting into those a lot at some point, but oh my gosh, there's so much out.
Stuff coming out. Yeah.
I played some South of Midnight.
Nice.
I downloaded that on the old Game Pass and played the first couple chapters. I think I just finished up chapter 4.
I think you're ahead of me now.
Oh, really?
Wow. All right.
I haven't touched it since last week.
Was it chapter 3 or 4? I just rescued the catfish. Did you guys do that?
I think I'm about to do that.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you climbed the tree yet, Greg?
No.
Okay. You would know if you had. I see. I don't want to get in.
No, I literally just started the chapter where, because the narrator is the catfish, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, and he said in the animation I most recently saw that she was about to meet him.
She's about to meet.
So I'm literally starting that.
Okay,
chapter.
so I am ahead of you then. Yeah. I don't want to talk about it then because.
Well, now I'm going to have to pick it up and play it again, because if you're actually going to play this, I'd love to be able to talk to you about it. So.
Well, I'm going to say this. I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
All right.
I'm enjoying it so far. The controls are a little wonky.
Another shot.
The controls are a little wonky.
Yes. Controls are a little wonky, but I'm enjoying the setting. I'm enjoying the characters enough that I'm kind of making myself work with it. I will admit, as I am very quick to do, that I am totally cheating by tossing it onto story mode.
Yeah. Go for it, baby.
No shame in that.
No shame.
Who cares? I just want the story. Yeah, I am enjoying it. Like I said, I don't want to get into specifics because there is some kind of interesting stuff coming up that I do not want to spoil for you guys.
I definitely have to go back and play then.
Yeah.
It is now no longer on hold.
I mean, I played through about to where you are, Greg, and I was kind of like, yeah, okay, I'm kind of getting what this is all about. And then I kind of got into the next part, and then I was like, oh, I see what they're doing now. Okay, this is suddenly becoming a bit more interesting. And now I think I'm gonna keep going through with it. But yeah, I do wish that they had leaned harder into the stop motion aesthetic, because because I love how it looks, but also, when
it's jarring, right? When they keep jumping out of it.
It's weird kind of going back and forth because you end up playing these long sequences where Hazel just moves like a regular video game protagonist, and then suddenly it cuts to a cutscene and she's all herky jerky, and it's just like, this seems, and it's a little weird too, because like even when you're running around in the game, when you're controlling it, like you'll see animals, and the animals kind of have that herky jerky stop motion movement, and it's just it's weird. They should have just either fully commit or don't do the kind of halfway thing, but it is what it is.
And I think it has everything to do with kind of what I was saying last week. It doesn't have AAA budget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just, everything feels a little bit rough around the edges, and I kind of chalk it up to that.
Yeah, which, that's fine.
But I agree with you. It would have been better to either not do it at all or to commit to it 100%.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm, like I said, I like the characters a lot. I like the setting. I think it could be a lot of fun. So I'm going to stick with it. Cool. Something cute I kind of noticed. There were a couple moments, like just kind of watching as you're running through the levels. At least early on in the game, as you're kind of going through kind of swampy areas and stuff, there's a lot of animals running around. And if you pay attention to sometimes I would turn around the corner and there'd be like a fox sitting there. Mm-hmm. And just in kind of a clearing where it's like, okay, I'm supposed to notice this fox. And then the fox kind of goes running off down some, little hidden path that is not your mission critical path. But if you follow the fox, it would lead you to some secret items. Like, cool. The little items you collect to power up your skill tree.
Yep.
So
the floofs, are those floofs?
The floofs, yes.
Yeah.
So like the foxes were leading me to little floof caches.
Yeah.
At one point, I'm assuming you got there, Greg. Did you get the glide power up?
Yep.
Okay. Like the first time when you first get the glide power up, you're kind of on a cliff and you got to kind of double jump and glide. So like right there at that spot, right after you get that power up, there's a bird kind of perched on the edge of the cliff. And just as you're kind of walking towards it, the bird takes off and kind of glides down to where you're going. So it's like, they're using the animals to kind of lead you through the world to show off what you're supposed to do or where you're supposed to go.
And that kind of gets back to what I was saying last week, that it's the kind of level layout that I dig, where it's mostly linear.
Right.
But they're just these little branches that you don't go too far.
Right.
They're just off the path where you get rewarded for just going and looking around a little bit.
Yeah.
And I really dig that.
At least early on, there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's never leads you too far astray. And even when you do take those little side paths, even if you end up kind of winding your way, what feels like, I'm getting kind of far away from the beaten path, by the time you reach the end of that little tributary and collect your usually floofs, there is a quick way back. Like, I just have to jump off and I can glide back to my main path. So play some more and we can talk about it more. But
I will do that.
Yeah, like I said, I don't want to go into what's coming up just because it was a little fun surprise. Right. Only other thing I've really been playing this week, and this is what the bulk of my time has been put towards.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I'm finally getting into Dave the Diver. Just because.
Can we fix it?
Oh no, that's a different guy.
Oh, that's Bob the Builder. Sorry.
That's a different guy in a different profession. That's what you're thinking. That's
completely different.
That's going to be the sequel. I think they set up the end of Dave the Diver to lead into Bob the Builder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because obviously the Ichiban DLC just came out, and certainly I have not seen the Godzilla DLC either. So the time has finally come for me to sit down and play through some Dave the Diver, which is a fun. I mean, I don't need to sell people on this.
It's a great game.
This game's old, but it's a fun game. I'm really enjoying it quite a bit. It is, I will say, I'm like 8 hours into it, and I'm in chapter, I think I maybe just started chapter 3.
Jesus.
Oh, okay.
After like 8 hours.
It's a lot of hours.
Oh.
And like the Ichiban stuff, and I think the Godzilla stuff doesn't kick in until like chapter 5.
Yeah.
And
well, it needs to introduce, it sort of slowly drip feeds a bunch of different mechanics aside from just the obvious diving and collecting fish for sushi. But it also like the diner stuff or the sushi restaurant stuff, and then the story bits that are in there, and then there's like a farming mini game that comes up,
which I haven't even gotten to that yet.
Trading cards and everything, like every little bit on your cell phone has to be filled in with something to do. So they're probably waiting until they've revealed all of that stuff
before
you to be able to play
the DLC kicks in.
DLC stuff, yeah,
because that's I looked up on the old how long to beat website.
Yeah,
love that website.
There's actually kind of a lot of stuff to do in this game.
Well, that's the thing. It was like if you're just like going straight through, if you're critical pathing it, it's like 24 hours.
Yeah,
and if you are like completionist, they're saying it's more like 35.
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
that's still not terrible though.
It's not terrible, but
when you want to hurry through it because there's other stuff you want to play, that's a lot.
It seems like a lot for a cute little indie game. Like this is a game. Like the
it
vibe
seems like an indie game, but Mint Rocket is owned by a big conglomerate. Like they are not.
Is it really
an indie studio?
Is it really?
Like,
there you go.
It's owned by basically a huge ass Korean company.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Korean or Chinese company, I forget which. But yeah, they're just a small offshoot, and their other games are not like pixel art games. They are like shooter, like 3D shooters. It's almost like the Call of Duty studio made a pixel fishing game. Like
okay, main story 25 hours, main plus side 33, completionist 48 hours. Which
getting up there.
Which, again, and I guess it is made by a big company, but
yeah, Mint Rocket is owned by Nexon.
Okay,
are you aware of Nexon?
I've heard of Nexon.
It sounds like the villain corporation in like a RoboCop movie.
Yeah, exactly. It definitely does.
No, they do. Their big thing is the free-to-play game, The First Descendant. But they also did Kartrider Rush. They did Maple Story.
Oh, it's the Maple Story people.
I remember Maple Story.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they've done a lot of big games.
Okay. But the vibe of Dave the Diver is like, this feels like a 10 to 12 hour game.
That's
not
true.
Like a 50 hour game. But whatever, it's fun. I'm having fun with it. I'm a little worried it's going to wear out its welcome, but I just want to get to that DLC.
But you'll be able to play the Ichiban stuff before that happens.
I just want to get to that sweet Godzilla and Ichiban DLC. So, how many chapters are in Dave the Diver? Only has 7 chapters. Plus an epilogue.
So you have to basically be 2/3 through.
Yeah, you got to get to chapter 5 of 7. Who is my favorite Borg? You know what I'm saying, CJ, right? You're down with that. Saying. You haven't watched Voyager. You don't know what I'm talking about.
What? Talking about Hugh?
No, I was talking like 5 of 7, kind of like 7 of 9, who is a character from the Star Trek The Voyagers.
I have not seen any.
Which Voyager. You should watch that later.
That used to be the hockey team in Halifax, the Voyagers.
Oh, really?
It was actually There was some French. The Voyagers. The V's, man. The V's.
So I'm playing some Dave the Diver, which is a lot of fun.
Legit good.
It is legit good. It is fun. But yeah, I'm just working my way towards that DLC. So we'll get there. Like I said, I'm 8 hours in, so I'm committed. That's why I can't do it. Start diving into Lunar. I'm already diving into Dave.
Different kind of eternal blue.
We're working eternally blue tonight.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
That's it. So that's what I've been playing. What about you, CJ?
Well, Phil, I've been playing the Lunar Remastered Collection.
Oh my goodness.
No, we already talked about that. I've been playing more Doraemon Picross though.
Oh, good.
And unlocking characters of human. It's human faces for characters I don't know and don't don't care about that are from Fujio F Fuji. Yeah, whatever that artist's name is, I don't even know. I just know they did Doraemon and apparently a ton of other series that I'm unlocking various characters and devices from. At this point. And of course, it remains to be very good. I do kind of have a problem with the music being really lodged in my head after playing because we kind of it's kind of a short loop in this one too. And after I play, it's kind of like stuck in my head, and I'll be humming it.
Fujiko F Fujio.
Fujiko F Fujio. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
I knew it was some,
which is a pen name.
It's
a pen name.
Yeah. The creator of Doraemon.
So they're a duo.
Oh, it's a duo. Okay.
Yes, Hiroshi Fujimoto and Moto Abiko are the two creators.
I unlocked an image of Doraemon sleeping, just face down on the floor. I was like, okay, I guess this is a thing. Yeah, look kind of like the Pinocchio dead gif.
The little meme image of dead Pinocchio.
Yeah. But anyway, I also been still working through Split Fiction with Greg's best friend Mike.
Oh, yes.
Yes, he was complaining about having to rely on your hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, the one. I mean, definitely don't rely on my hand-eye coordination when playing. I mean, we talked about escape bonus.
Yes. We funny enough, that came up at dinner last night.
I'm sure that it did. But in Split Fiction, I end up, either dying a lot or just not doing the thing in time for Mike to die. And it's never not hilarious, too, when it happens. And thank God
to you anyway.
Like 2,500 miles away, and I don't have to deal with the threat of physical violence. So, one of the bits was we were in this world where your little like Samus balls.
Samus what?
Like the little roly ball that you can turn into a Samus.
It just got X-rated. The morph ball. You're talking about the morph ball.
The morph ball.
But it's funny to listen. It's funny to hear you call it Samus's balls. But anyway.
Yeah.
Samus's balls. You know.
Swing low. Sweet chariot.
That was what I meant. So you're playing as that, and it's kind of like a side-scrolling bit, and they have little pinball flippers that one player controls on the triggers. And I was the pinball.
You were the player, weren't you? Yeah.
You were the pinball wizard.
Pinball wizard is me.
CJ is more of a jukebox hero than a pinball wizard.
Exactly. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I would usually like fling Mike to his death or into spikes or
jeez.
And only a couple of those times it was on purpose, but most of it was accident. But very fun. The Split Fiction game is a whole lot of fun. It's really long too. It's a long game. We've been playing it like every weekend for a bunch of weekends.
Well, I mean,
like,
considering how frequently they change up the play mechanics, it doesn't surprise me that it's a pretty long game.
They do, yeah, and they change it up like, yeah, pretty much as soon as you start to be like, oh, okay, I get what this is.
Yeah,
kind of like they cut it off before you get sick of it. But there are a lot of really fun mechanics, and a lot of them are, of course, borrowed from other games, which you can pretty much identify right away when they do them. But it is a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it. Really enjoying my time with it. It looks great too. It's a really stunning looking game. And yeah, I recommend it for people who want to play co-op adventures. Maybe have about 3,000 miles in between you and the other person you're playing with, just to ensure there's no possibility of any altercation. But yes, I've also been playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. I went back to this very recently, and yeah, it's I need to play more of this game. Like, it is really, really interesting.
People seem to really like it.
I like it so far, and I've tuned the difficulty like Phil, you were saying with South of Midnight, tuning it down to story. I went in and tuned the difficulty of Assassin's Creed Shadows to like allow for one-hit assassinations in this game, which I think better than having like an assassination where you like stab somebody you jump down, stab them in the back, and then they're still alive and kicking. Like, apparently, I think that used to be a thing in the older Assassin's Creeds, but it's a setting that you go into and turn it on. Otherwise, what happens is, yeah, you jump down, you do an assassination, but you really only took out their shield or defense, and you actually have to fight them instead. And usually they're pretty powerful. So I turned that off. That's an accessibility setting. I was like, no, I want the one-hit kill. This will be fun and satisfying. And then I turned down the like combat difficulty and the parry window, so it's very forgiving now. Because I find in games, oftentimes when they have like a very short parry window, it just leads to frustration with me. Like,
well, as established, your hand-eye coordination is not the best. So
as we established, yeah, hand-eye coordination not the best. So when I see the blue light on somebody's knife that indicates in Assassin's Creed that I need to hit the L1 button and parry it, I need a little bit more time to be able to process that.
Grandpa needs a little more time.
And I'm happy that games now allow you to do that. Like, perfect. Because then I can still feel the power of being able to assassinate characters with one touch and parry easily. So, yeah. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, I'm playing as Naue and doing her story first. I believe you play as her for like the first 15 hours of the game before you switch back to Yasuke. But I am really enjoying my time with it so far. And
it's supposed to be
good.
I'll
play more of that. I'll play more. And I think that was it for what I've been playing. Yes. So I guess that means it's time for tweets and social media.
I wanna fly sky high. Let's go together.
All right, let's do this one from Hacker Alias. This one girl who says, if you could be transported into any game as the main character playing through from start to finish, which game would it be? My answer, of course, is Parappa the Rapper.
Because you want to make out with a flower. I get it.
I often have trouble where, first of all, yes, make out with a flower. And then I also have had situations where you're waiting in line for the bathroom and you really gotta like wrap your way through that. So
yeah. But if you misbehave, your dad is going to bite you. So
that's right.
You got to watch out.
Oh, that's such a good game for Rap with the Rapper.
Well, yeah. I mean, most video games,
it's a lot of peril.
Like I would die.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. You don't want to be in Dead Rising?
No,
director's.
I do not.
You know, I was saying this to somebody the other day because there's a lot of scenes in Silent Hill 2, and these are there for no other reason but to gross you out. Where the main character will come to like a hole in the wall or a toilet, and there's something lodged in there, and will just reach in and get like shoulder deep into like a dark hole that's all like got some kind of goop in it, or like I said, a filthy toilet early in the game, and there's no danger. You don't
just do that normally in your life.
There's no danger at all. It's literally just it's a chance for them to have an animation to gross you out. And I was saying to somebody like, I wouldn't survive in a world like this because the first time I had to do something like that, I just sit there and die. Like, I'm not doing that.
You have limits.
Those are my limits.
I mean,
you're not sticking your arm in any sort of dark.
I can't see what's there. No,
there's a lot of teeth in this hole in the wall. Maybe
that's not doing it.
Yeah.
You know what? An honest answer on my end would be something kind of work related.
Oh,
you know,
you want to be Snorlax?
Well, I mean,
that's what I want.
I'm kind of like 2/3 of the way there.
Yeah,
but
right there with you,
like that. That seems like it'd be the way to go. You know,
I'd go Zelda Breaker. I'd want to transport myself into that. I'd play
a lot of work,
but you have to play through that from beginning to end.
But then also I get a lot of sailing done.
Yeah, you also like get beaten to death by a moblin.
That's only if you get beaten to death by a moblin.
Are you gonna kill moblins?
I'm gonna. Yep.
You're gonna kill those moblins that attack you.
Yep.
You know, I gotta like. Give me a Pokemon. Give me a Stardew Valley. You know? Give me a Harvest Moon.
I was just going to say any good racing game.
Animal Crossing.
I just want to go drive fast. Outrun. I want to be an Outrun.
There you go.
There.
Just don't
be the passenger. You know?
I don't care.
Don't take those turns too hard though. Because I've seen how those crashes turn out.
No, I know. I just stay in low gear the whole time.
Can I?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Instead of being the main character, can I be like an
NPC?
Or like a secondary character?
Sure.
Like can Snorlax? I be Nanba? Just so I can hang out with Ichiban?
Yes.
Like I don't want to be Ichiban. Because Ichiban's a better person than I am, but I do want to be Ichiban's best friend.
He's seen some.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah,
but you got Ichiban there supporting you. You can do anything.
So that's true.
So I don't know. That might be the way to go. But yeah, absolutely, like an Animal Crossing.
I'll be Jason in Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. I got the beard for
Friday the 13th.
Got the beard for it at this.
You're kind of a shit dad. So I mean, yeah, you got it.
What? No. Okay, I didn't think about that part.
That's his defining characteristic.
You're right. Damn. No.
He is a terrible father.
I wasn't saying that I would take on the characteristics or that this person has my characteristics.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I just want to be on a pirate ship. Come on. Isn't that obvious?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this one.
You could be Masaru and like be clearly popular with the ladies.
I could be.
I feel like probably most of us would really wind up as Leisure Suit Larry, but
that's true.
In the first game.
That's true. All right, let's do this one from listener JT, who says, "Hello, guys. What's your most emotional moment in a video game?"
Oh, hello, fellows.
Walking Dead season 1, strangling the guy at the end. I was screaming. Maybe I'm a psychopath. Also, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons got me. Softer side.
The first one is, I mean, Walking Dead. That's a good example. That was one of the things that made that game great, was that it constantly put you in a position to make choices where like neither one were really one you wanted to to make.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the first thing that pops to my mind with this is so easy. It's the opening scene of The Last of Us.
Oh yeah.
I still can't. I can't even watch that without getting pretty emotional.
Yep.
That's a big one.
That is a good one.
Sure. I got emotional. The first time I remember getting emotional when playing a game was Super Metroid.
Oh, really?
Baby Metroid.
When the baby shows up?
Yeah, that was the first time that, first of all, I jumped out of my seat when that happened.
I think I did too, actually.
Not expecting it. And then also, as things were happening with the mother brain fight and what happens there at the end, I was just like, yes, like that was the first time where it really hit me, like that video games can bring on emotional responses like that.
You know, going back that far, the other thing that popped to mind, and I don't even know what emotion I would say I experience with this, but Phil, you'll probably understand this.
Okay.
The ending to Mega Man 2.
Oh yeah,
when he's walking along and the seasons are changing, and at the very end, the screen gets wider, and he's in you're in this sort of hilly area, and it's just his helmet.
Yep.
I don't know, like it's not sad.
Off in the distance, you can see like the little house.
Yeah, it's not sad at all, but it invokes emotion.
Yeah, he's taken off after this big fight. He's removed his helmet. He's left it on the hill, and he's gone home. It's a little emotional.
It really, when you look at it, I feel like the first 3 Mega Man games in particular are actually really good at inciting emotion, really with their music.
Yeah.
I've often thought that, like because with all 3 of those games, when you're like the Robot Masters areas, it's pretty bouncy music. It's pretty, like adventure. We're on an adventure kind of thing.
Right.
When you get into the Dr. Wily stages, the mood definitely shifts based on the music. Like it increases in intensity. It becomes a little more dire. Like, so yeah, that for me, the ending of Mega Man 2, like that section, I don't know what it is about it. It always gets me every time I see it. And I've beaten that game a dozen times.
It's kind of a bittersweet, melancholy ending.
Yeah, bittersweet. That's the way to describe it.
You get that, like, that passage of time where he is just like, it seems like he spent a year walking home as you get all the seasons changing. And then he gives up his helmet, which is kind of a symbol of he's a battling robot, so he can go live his life until Dr. Wily shows up again.
Yeah. Something about it anyway.
This is, I mean, these have all been very good answers. One that is relevant to recent releases is Lunar 2. I'm gonna spoil a bit of the Lunar 2 ending. Not like actual like details, but just when you finish Lunar 2, it's not the true ending.
Right.
There's an ending, there is an ending, but then an epilogue kicks in and you have another, what is it, Greg? Like another 12 or 15 hours?
Depends on if you're playing the Working Designs version.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I'm actually, ironically, I'm playing through the epilogue of the Sega CD version right now.
Oh, are you?
Twitch,
okay.
And I actually had to restart it.
Oh, no.
The difficulty is ramped up so high that it's almost impossible. So I'm gone back and I've found using a guide, I found a spot that you can game the system and gain a bunch of levels. And that's what I'm doing right now. So
good.
Yeah.
But the ending to the epilogue got me real emotional back the first time I saw it, and to this day I can watch the ending to that to the epilogue and little tear gets in the eye there, because it's a very sweet kind of romantic ending, and I absolutely adore it. And another one, again, I'm a sucker for romance in video games, apparently. What do you think I'm going to say, CJ?
Gitaru Man. Legendary.
How did you know?
Oh man,
because as soon as you said that,
yeah,
oh my god,
great answer.
Oh,
Gitaru Man, which is a game I adore and wish was available to play on modern systems.
Yes, that's it's a real crime that hasn't been remastered yet.
Yes. It's a rhythm-based game, of course. It has it's the Parappa style where it's a story, as opposed to like a rock band where you're just playing song. This is a story-based game about
great soundtrack in general, by the way.
Oh, it's amazing.
I have that on vinyl and it's fantastic.
Oh yeah. The through the course of the game, your main character there's a girl he has a crush on, and about halfway through the game, one of the levels, it's all like kind of high energy, up tempo music throughout the whole game. But then you get to one stage where you're like hanging out on a beach and the girl's hanging out with you, and the stage is just you playing an acoustic guitar song as you're chilling out on the beach. And as you do better and better, she kind of scoots over next to you and kind of puts her head on your shoulder and stuff. And it's so sweet.
Very nice.
And it's so beautiful.
It's brilliant.
And I'm gonna spoil I'm spoiling the ending. I'm sorry if you haven't played Gitaru Man. I'm spoiling the ending.
First of all, you should play Gitaru Man.
Oh my goodness. Yes, you should. It's a short game too. You could polish it off in like 45 minutes.
And it's not difficult.
No. But at the end of the game, the gal you like, she has been hypnotized or something. She is revealed to be a villain at the
she's basically a boss.
Yeah. And you end up battling her at the end, and she's ready to challenge you. And you bust out the romance theme. You bust out the old song that you played for her, but now it is like a slow jam rock version of it. And like as soon as that stage starts and she's like taunting you and threatening you, and you're like, no, I'm gonna make you see the light. And then he strums those first couple chords of the song, and you're just like, oh, he's playing their song.
Yeah.
And the whole stage as you're playing the song, you can tell, she's trying to fight the influence, and she's like, no, I'm really evil. But at the end, you break through, and it's beautiful. I love it so much.
I remember because when we were reviewing that game for EGM, CJ, you and I were on that review along with Jeannie, and I think we'd all experienced that level the same night. We weren't playing it together, but because I remember us having a conversation about that.
Oh, really?
The next morning, like,
absolutely.
Saying, like all of us being like, oh my God, did you play this? Yes, it's amazing. Like, did not expect that. It's so incredible. Like,
it's so good. Absolutely.
I will also say Earthbound. I mean,
I never played through that.
Playing through Earthbound back in the day, I didn't play all the way through it back in the day. I liked it for what it was, but playing it on the Wii U Virtual Console, which is where I finished it, it hit differently as an older person. And especially the ending of that game, the end boss is very interesting. It's an interesting fight, first of all.
Right.
And then what you end up having to do is kind of like emotional in a weird, in all the ways, really. Yeah.
One more that I wanted to call out, and it's not necessarily a moment, although I will say the ending of the second game would, I guess, if you had to pick a moment, that would be it. But the Plague Tale games, Innocence and Requiem, because both of those games, the whole thing is that you play as a character named Amicia, and she's got a little brother named Hugo who's sick. I think it's just called the macula or something like that. But they do such an amazing job over those two games building up the relationship between Amicia and Hugo, and then they put you in an extremely heartbreaking situation at the very end of the second game that is just like, it still sticks with me. Like, and it was one of those moments, it's happened in a few games where it's just like you just don't want to do what you have to do And it got me emotional at the end of that game for sure. But I don't want to say what it is in case someone hasn't played it.
Alrighty, let's clean up a couple more of these. We have
CJ just got real work a day, so let's just get a couple of these out of the way.
Egg Fu Young, who says, "What did you do for Easter? Especially curious about CJ, as I'm also a single father of 2 and just sat here playing games, challenging ones to keep my mind off things." Oh. Yeah, like I said, we did an Easter egg hunt, and then we played we watched Deep Space Nine the rest of the time.
Nice.
And had a little lunch, and Charlotte played some of her games. She's working through more Stardew Valley right now. So we did that, and that was really fun. It's been really fun so far. And I played some Assassin's Creed Shadows and cut off some people's heads.
Oh, wow. My goodness.
Is that it? Or are you guys not?
Oh, I mean, we already talked about it at the beginning of the show. I
guess we already talked about it.
I didn't do anything because my kids were with my ex-wife, so didn't really do anything today.
Finn
anything Easter related.
Yeah, Finn did a little Easter egg hunt, but we don't do like a crazy scavenger hunt, writing clues and stuff. It's just like
get it all out of the way before you went to church. Was that the?
Sure.
That used to be what we did.
We hid some eggs, go find them.
When I was a kid.
There you go.
That's all we did.
Let's do this one from listener Alex, who says favorite eggs in video games.
Favorite eggs?
Obviously, Billy.
What do I look like? Billy Hatcher over here?
Giant egg. Which is a game I love the visual style of Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. I did not like the game itself.
No, I couldn't get into Billy Hatcher.
No, me neither.
Yeah. So other games with eggs?
Like literal eggs?
Literal eggs.
And not like
any Pokemon game where you have eggs. You need to watch. That's fun.
There you go.
Obviously. Yeah.
What other eggs?
Other literal eggs?
I'm trying to think of other
Alien Isolation.
Jesus.
No.
Burger Time?
Oh, there you go.
Burger Time. There's that fried egg enemy, right?
That's the enemy, yes. All right, we have a tweet here from listener Charlotte Johnston, who says,
"Oh, wait a second. Hold on a second. That name sounds familiar.
I know that kid.
Familiar. Yeah. What's your favorite thing about your kids? And in parentheses, if you just don't like your kids, what's your favorite thing about video games?"
Is this wow? I think there's a lot to unpack here, CJ.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
If you don't like your kids, where did that come from?
Sounds like
she's obviously talking about you or Phil.
Sounds like someone may need some more validation at home, is what I'm getting.
Validation at home.
Do you ever tell your kid you love her, CJ?
I do.
I don't know.
Once a month, whether CJ feels it or not.
Yeah.
Multiple times a day.
Whenever she sends me a DM asking for some love. And yeah, that's right.
Then right.
Oh my goodness.
Favorite thing about my kid. I love how creative she is and how funny she is. She does a lot of like we riff DS9, like we're MST DS9 some of the time.
Whoa. Hold on a second.
Or other movies and things. And she's so creative and funny, and she comes up with so many great jokes, and she's really creative game player as well. Like in Dragon Quest Builders, she does a lot of really fun structures around her towns, and in Stardew Valley, she's just like she focuses on one aspect of her farm and really goes for it all the way. So she's just got a great spirit. Just a great person.
That's
I
awesome.
love very much.
There you go.
Aww.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And my kid doesn't listen to the show, so I don't have to lie like CJ did.
I didn't lie.
Charlotte, CJ wasn't lying.
Your dad loves you.
Yes.
Don't worry. I don't think she was worried. Oh
she
my
says,
goodness.
"Oh my God, you little softy."
Little.
Really?
I'm not little.
Is she sprouting up? Is she like 3 inches taller than you now?
She's not taller than me, no.
Oh, okay. Yet?
Yeah. Yet.
I mean, you're a tall guy.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh my goodness.
What about you guys?
What do we like about our kids?
What's your favorite thing about your kids?
Oh,
Well, I love video games. So.
Oh, so you can answer that part?
No. My oldest is I love her sense of humor. She's got a very dry sense of humor. And I love her. She's very passionate about social justice. And as she's grown into a young woman, I mean, she's almost 18 now. I'm always impressed by, I don't know how to put this, how she's paying attention to the world around her, and how she's learning to, and she's taking in what's happening in the world around her, and sort of the sense of injustice she feels with a lot of the things that are going on, and how passionate she is about trying to fix those. For my son, he's one of the most determined and outgoing people I know, and one of the most kind-hearted people I know. He's, anytime anyone around him is hurting, he's the first one there to see if he can help, see if he can uplift them somehow. He just wants everyone around him to feel respected and loved and happy. And my youngest is brilliant. She's so smart and so kind and so loyal to her friends. So that's off the top of my head. I could go on for a long time, but those are the things that jump out immediately.
Those are the top things
to me.
Okay.
And yeah, Finn is, I mean, I love him. I guess.
And I love my kids too.
Well, I guess I'm on the record with that.
I love my daughter too.
He is a goofball. He is absolutely for as obnoxious as all of you find me, rest assured that I am getting it back 10 times over from him, which is perfect.
Lovely.
It's a good
which
night,
is what I want.
Deserve.
Sure.
He is absolutely a goofball. He likes he's a funny guy. But yes, also he is surprisingly kind and caring, and is just he's a good kid. He loves trying out everything. He takes chances on doing things, playing sports, doing activities. Some of it sticks, some of it doesn't, but he's always interested in giving all of it a go, just to see what he enjoys and what he doesn't. And he's a really great friend to his buddies. And whenever he sees people mistreating other kids, he's always kind of shocked and horrified by it, and just doesn't understand why people would act like that, which is good. Because I for as much of a kind of goofball as he is, it's easy to just kind of think that kids get caught up in kind of like internet style humor, which can be so mean.
That's true. Yeah.
And so negative, and it's so easy for that to kind of start rubbing off on people, and for jokey meanness to become actual meanness. But that's not the case with him, which is really good. And he's a fun kid to be around and see where he's going next and what he's going to do next. So
yeah,
there you go.
I feel the same way about Charlotte. Yeah.
So I'm keeping him.
Excellent. Should we do a Star Trek minute real quick? Because I finished season 1.
Congratulations
with
Deep Space Nine.
You guys should watch Severance so we can talk about that instead.
I did watch Severance.
I just finished season 2 today.
I need to start watching season 2.
So good.
I need to start it.
Season 2 was fine.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
You know what I'm very excited about? Andor season 2. After the social media reviews have come out and people are saying that it's really good. So I'm like, oh, okay.
We just rewatched season 1 in anticipation of season 2. This is my
I'm excited.
My third time watching season 1 of Andor. It's still so good.
Right.
It's still so good. I will say, there's the prison arc in that first season. And right before the prison arc, there's a scene where Andor gets stopped by the authorities, by the stormtroopers, and they kind of steamroll him through the legal system and toss him in the jail. And scene was a lot harder to watch than it was maybe a year ago. The scene where he does get, where he's just kind of hanging out on the beach and some criminals run by and then he gets busted because he just happened to be nearby is a little tough to watch.
It's a little
it's a good show though.
It is a good show.
A real good show. I'm really excited about season 2.
Me too. So DS9 season 1, great. Season 2, so far we're like 6 or so episodes into.
Oh my, you guys are plowing through it.
Really loving it. And like it's so funny, like a show from 30 years ago. The plots in Tuesdays 9 hitting home with like different factions thinking that their way is the only way, or it's hard to watch some of that stuff where it's like shit, like this was 30 years ago saying that this was bad, and now we're in such similar places in current events. And you also wonder like what shows other people were watching. Like, did we not learn from Star Trek that maybe a little kindness and due process is a good thing? Maybe. So kind of hard to watch some of that stuff, but still very good.
It's a great show.
By the way, we watched the trailer for Labyrinth, which I think my daughter would really like. Labyrinth. I've never seen it either, by the way.
The movie Labyrinth?
The movie Labyrinth.
Oh, okay.
We're done with Star Trek Minute.
We're done with Star Trek. Well, I was going to ask you. Well, first I was going to say, if you're enjoying Deep Space Nine right now,
which I am,
it's going to get a lot better.
It gets exponentially better. So yeah, if you're liking it now, you're going to love it later on.
Great. I'm excited about that.
Who's your favorite character so far?
Who's my favorite character so far?
And that's going to get followed up with who's your kid's favorite character?
It's got to be Odo.
Okay. Odo's a good choice. I mean, there's no bad choice.
Yeah, I think Odo's my favorite.
Because they're all great, but Odo is great. How about your kid?
My daughter just texted me the answer for this. It's Bashir. She loves Bashir.
Oh, Julian.
She loves Julian, yeah.
I'll say that because clearly she's listening.
Yep.
If you like Bashir now, again, Bashir's one of those characters who becomes a much better character as the show progresses. Honestly, Dana and I, because we finished up Enterprise, and we were like, oh, should we just kind of low key start another Deep Space Nine rewatch? So we're kind of low key starting it. And we just watched the first 2 episodes. You know, it's like a 2-parter.
The 2-parter.
And we were watching it, and they introduced Julian, and we were just like, "Oh boy, I kind of forgot how obnoxious Bashir is." Like early on, like he's kind of an annoying character early on. But as he develops as a character, he becomes much better. So You'll like Julian much more if you like him now.
Okay.
So get ready for more of that. So
nice.
That's a good show, though. My goodness.
It is.
Anyway.
So I also, thought, maybe she'd like Labyrinth. And there's a Walkabout Mini Golf Labyrinth course, by the way. So I played
that's right.
And then I've not seen the movie, so we watched the trailer, and I don't think she was into it, but
I don't feel like Labyrinth. I don't feel like Labyrinth holds up all that well.
No,
I feel like it's if you've got nostalgia for it, maybe. It's good. But because I tried to watch it with my kids too, and they're just like, yeah.
Okay, I love the Dark Crystal though. Still,
yeah, me too.
When was the last time you watched Dark Crystal?
It's another one of those ones that my kids weren't crazy about.
Probably like 5 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I still love it.
But you also have the nostalgia for it.
I also have nostalgia for it. You're right.
Did you watch the Netflix Dark Crystal show?
I started it, but didn't finish it.
I feel like I watched part of one episode.
Okay. We actually watched it. Dana and I watched that, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Alrighty, and that is our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening. If you have a question for us or would like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1 Podcast on various social media networks, including Blue Sky and Threads. But just Blue Sky, really. I mean, come on. Or you can go to our internet website at player1podcast.com. There you'll find our contact information. You'll find blog entries about Sega CD stuff from Mr. Greg Stewart. You'll find Generation 16 episodes. You'll find show notes and links to all the things we talked about. We will link to Julian Bashir, in case you're not familiar with Julie.
That's Dr.
Yeah.
Julian Bashir to you.
My daughter just wanted me to say Julie on the show, so now I'm just taking requests on things to say.
I'll spoil a little bit of Bashir character development.
Do it.
He becomes good friends with Miles O'Brien.
Excellent.
And the bromance between Julian and Miles is incredible.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm down for that. That's great.
Miles and Julian have infinitely more chemistry than Miles and Keiko, who is, of course, Miles' wife.
That's true. I could see that.
And it is like it's jarring how much more comfortable Miles and Julian seem as a couple than Miles and Keiko.
Okay.
But anyway,
my daughter will ship them.
She will not be the only one. Trust me.
Anyway, so show notes and links to all the things that we talked about on the show, plus a link to our Discord server where you can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners.
If you would like to subscribe to the Player One podcast or read all of the latest Star Trek shipping fanfic, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by loading up your favorite podcast listening app. We're also on Spotify. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch video archives of our show on the youtubes.com/P1 podcast, or you can watch us live most weeks. On the YouTubes, the Facebooks, the Twitch.televisions. Follow our Blue Sky account to find out when we are doing our next live show. Typically, it is Sunday evenings at 5:30 specific time. So join us, won't you? And I'll tell you what, if you like what you've heard, and how could you, head over to patreon.com/P1 podcast. Throw a few shekels our way. I don't know.
What about some Switch 2s?
Yeah, I guess so.
Pre-orders coming.
Yeah.
Pre-orders.
Yeah. Star Trek shipping where the ships hook up with each other, says Dustin in our chat. That's a whole separate world of shipping, which I bet exists.
I'm sure.
You know what? There was an episode in Futurama where Bender fell in love with the Planet Express ship. So And canonically in Star Wars, the Millennium Falcon has a sexy robot lady brain in it. Did you ever see Solo?
I
the
didn't.
Star Wars story?
I never watched it.
Lando Calrissian, young Lando, had a sexy robot friend that he presumably was in love with and had to put her brain into the Falcon. So,
all right. Yeah.
There is precedence for shipping sci-fi ships. And you can find all of that and more at playeronepodcast.com. You know what? If you are a Patreon supporter of the $5 tier,
cheap.
There it is. You gain access to a special weekly bonus episode. We record it right after this, where we play games, crack wise, having fun, doing all that stuff we can't do on the regular show. CJ.
Yes.
Do we have a game this week?
Phil, we have a game this week, and it's an EGM review quiz.
Oh.
With games that were reviewed by one Mr. Phil Theobald in EGM.
Oh my goodness. So you went to the EGM archive?
So you got all of them.
I did.
I mean, seriously,
there can't be that many.
These are probably just, I was probably working at Game Now, and these were probably games that I reviewed for Game Now.
Yes.
And EGM said, write a version of that review for us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so they're going to be mostly Mega Man games.
No.
It'll be a lot of crap nobody else wanted to play.
You'll have to see, but
I don't know, because on Game Now, I was the reviews editor on Game Now, so I wasn't giving myself.
He gave himself the best games to review.
What's that?
Here's where Phil admits he gave himself the best games to review.
Why wouldn't I? I was the reviews editor.
Any reviews editor would do the same, right?
Yeah,
I didn't do that.
Well, that's you.
Here, Ethan, you review this garbage. I'm not going to play Kaya. I'm not going to play Mr. Muto.
Kaya.
There's a lot of hurt in the belly shirt.
Dr. Muto.
Dr. Muto to you.
What did I say?
You said Mr. Muto.
Oh, did I? Oh my God. I'm sorry, Doctor.
Mr. Bones and Dr. Muto.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Bones, I played. That was a weird game.
That was a weird game.
Well, please look forward to me not remembering games that I reviewed like 30 years ago.
Yes.
Anyway. Tell you what, if you have a couple bucks left over, why don't you go to patreon.com/Greg Sewerts to help support Greg's outstanding and his outstanding web series about North America's favorite runner-up, the Sega Genesis.
Thank you, Phil. And if you are a supporter of the $3 variety,
that's so cheap.
Welcome back, Satan.
Oh, it's great to be here on this holiest of days.
Yeah.
420, smoking that reefer. Wake and bake, baby.
So no Easter egg hunt today?
Only the dankest of Easter egg hunts. Pass, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Weed jokes.
You get early access to every new video that I publish.
Yeah.
Please consider supporting the show. It actually helps a lot.
Marijuana is legal in a lot of places. I don't know why the devil's so excited about it at this point.
Just makes him seem cool.
True.
It's called the devil's weed, man. The devil grass, you know?
I don't think devil grass.
The devil lettuce. That's what they call it. And I get 2% of all sales of legally purchased marijuana goods.
That's actually not a bad deal. I don't know how he swung that. He's probably making bank. Is that it?
I think that's it.
Are we done?
That's it.
CJ.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Phil.
Of course. Gregory.
Yo.
Thank you as well.
Thank you, Philip.
Absolutely. And of course, a big old thank you to you, our wonderful, wonderful listeners. Greg's pointing at you right now. Look out! The CJ's pointing too, but he's kind of doing like finger guns or something.
He's doing like a weird point.
Yeah. Anyway, as always, take care of yourself, your loved one, your family, your friends. Be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself. And by gum, we hope to see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Fare thee well, fellow travelers.